So moving on to the next thing, I have yet to have watched this video. I think I know what it is, but I need you to explain this to me and why we're bringing it up right now. So we're getting ready to watch a video that Jim Cramer, of Jim Cramer from March 11th, 2008. And I want you to explain what we're about to watch and why, Jaime.
Okay. So it has to do with this repo. It has to do with what we're seeing with the bailouts and the timing of it. And Jim is a victim of, I don't know what he is to this in terms, but these are facts. This is what occurred, and this is now look at the date though. It's March 11th, 2008.
Yes.
Bitcoin
So
white paper. Correct.
Post crash. Yeah.
And this was during that whole too big to fail era. And it was March, April, May, June, July, August, about 5 months, almost 6 months before the Bitcoin white paper was published with the bailout as one of the reasons Bitcoin was designed. So
is this going to be one of those like indicators where every time he says something is great, the market then crashes afterwards? Is this kind of what we're going to be looking at?
We'll let the audience decide that.
Yeah. He might be an unofficial indicator.
Yeah, yes. And there it is right there.
Sure. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know why I have to click that every single time, but it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's for the audio. Remember that audio problem?
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
So this happened in 2008.
Okay.
Okay. Peter writes, should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine. Do not take your money out. This is real. Look, if there's one takeaway other than a plus 400 something, Bear Stearns is not in trouble. I mean, if anything, they're more likely to be taken over. Don't move your money from Bear. That's just being silly. Don't be silly.
This is brutal.
Okay, just so you get a sense of what's causing the agony by this point, I know you've been talking about it. It's financials led by Bear Stearns after what essentially is a bailout from the Fed. Bear Stearns shares are down 90% this morning, and it's not just Bear. Pretty much every single bank is plunging in early trade this morning.
So there you have it. Jim being Jim. I feel bad for Jim Cramer. I really do. Like, he's wrong about a lot, but he's also right about a lot. People don't really give him the credit as far as that's concerned. And now he's just kind of like a meme at this point.
I know.
On all things contrarian. But
now fast forward to
that he actually missed big time. Fast forward to the present here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to pull up another video. You want to explain this one real quick?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me
and while you're pulling that up, it's awesome because you're like, why does this matter? Why are we watching this? Because you laugh now in hindsight. Like we are all kind of giggling when he's saying, don't sell Bear, don't sell Bear. But then we realize how huge of a deal it was when they did go under. Yeah. That is why Bitcoin was invented. So you got to understand it takes that big of a deal for something that actually works to be invented. So just pay attention to that.
And you can imagine so many families and investors at the time were trying to decide, man, I see this gapping of the overnight, interest rates for this specific bank. Should I move it? And then
so now,
and then 6 days later, you're out.
Yep. All right. Here's
here again.
Here's some comments here about Credit Suisse right now.
Keep talking about a Lehman moment. I keep thinking you're finally going to be able to get a bank merger. Yeah. And whoever gets Credit Suisse is going to do quite well if you can cordon off those losses, because boy, that is some great franchise.
Is this Jim repeating history right now?
Guys, I mean, in the last 2008, he said, oh, worst case scenario, that someone will take it over. This time it's like, it's a great buy. Whoever buys these guys.
Well, he's also projecting another potential takeover, similar to what he was talking about Bear Stearns.
2008. Yep. Instead of an absolute death.
Right. Like a Lehman Brothers.
Exactly.
So that's the writing on the wall. That's where we have to look at the data, the hard data. That gap that you showed, that chart, is clearly other banks losing faith in Credit Suisse. That's why you charge so much interest. Having lived in third world countries myself and grown up in them, why were they paying such high interest rates? Why were they such good investments at the time? It's because they were high risk. So people would put in there, and of course George Soros knew how to play that game and kind of yank money before he lost it, and everyone else was holding the bags in these third world countries. Well, now you're seeing it at the bank level. In 2008, Lehman Brothers were the ones with these huge interest rates. Now you see, and then saw 6 days later what it transpired. Meanwhile, talking heads are telling you, don't do it. I mean, say something like, guys, do your homework.
Right.
If you can't sleep at night, do what allows you to sleep at night, instead of, no, leave it all in there, or no, sell it. It's not our responsibility to tell people what to do. Each one should be masters of their own destiny. But for the love of God, learn to read the signs that are out there for yourself and make a decision for yourself.
I just wanted to check in on Credit Suisse. It looks like investors are actually buying into the Jim Cramer way of thinking. Stock's up 6.5% right now, and it actually had a pretty decent day yesterday as well. I don't know, man. If you're a hedge fund manager and you bought yourself some Credit Suisse over the last couple of days, you're either a fucking genius or a big idiot. And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
It's high risk. It could be another one of those pump and dumps.
They get bought out, it'll go nuts.
Correct.
If they go the way of Lehman Brothers or what was
Bear Stearns.
Bear Stearns, sorry, yeah. They go Bear Stearns, then this it's going to be somebody's losing some jobs and heads will roll.
Are you able to chart Bear Stearns back in 2008?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
I would love to though.
I know that'd be very interesting to see what the effect
correlation
was. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Dead cat bounce. Put it in the comments. Dead cat bounce, or is this
and look at the volume.
Got some legs. Yeah, there's some crazy volume. Crazy volume coming in. It'll be interesting to see where that goes for sure.
So watch it, guys, and please, whatever decision you make sure it allows you to sleep better at night for you, not for us, not for any talking head ever.
100%.